Welcome to the AI Applied podcast. I'm your host, Jaden Schaefer. Each week, I cover breaking AI news, tools, and interview experts giving you actionable tips on applying AI into your career, job, workflows, and life. Make sure that you go to aibox.ai, link in the show notes, to join the waitlist for our new AI platform. We're going to be launching an incredible platform that allows you to build anything you want with workflows in AI. So you're able to chain together ChatGPT and image generators and audio generators to make really powerful apps for your organization, or you can host them on our marketplace and actually generate royalties from them. So make sure to go to aibox.ai and join the waitlist. In addition, if you like the podcast, if you could do me a massive favor and please leave us a review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast. This helps me be able to get better guests on here as they check the reviews to see how you guys are liking it. So if you could please do that, I would really, really appreciate it. If you know me, one of my favorite things I like to talk about on the podcast is AI's use in healthcare and the way that we can actually use AI to help, improve people's lives in a medical way. So today on the podcast, I want to talk about a really revolutionary study that is currently happening to help with prostate cancer, and it is using AI. So that's what we're going to be talking about on the podcast today. So without any further ado, let's jump into it. So the major, headline on this story right now is the fact that the United States Department of Veteran Affairs, or the VA, is working to make an artificial intelligence tool capable of essentially is capable of predicting aggressive prostate cancer. So this tool is going to be the product of a study which is spearheaded by researchers from 5 different VA medical centers. And I think something that's really important to note when we're kind of looking at this, this problem overall, is that prostate cancer actually affects 1 in 8 men in the U.S. during their lifetime. And as someone who has, many people I know and love have been affected by cancer of all kinds, and I'm sure, there's many people all around the world, and a majority of people know someone, right, that this has been affected, that has been affected by this. So I think this study and what's about to happen here is really exciting, of course, for prostate cancer, but also I think the implications of using AI to help detect all sorts of cancer and help to treat it is really, really exciting to me. And I think this is a massive win for AI and a massive net positive that the globe is going to see because of this. So I think, prostate cancer is a very prevalent health concern among, veterans, or it's among everyone, but veterans is kind of who the VA is currently focusing on because it's the, Office of Veteran Affairs. But it's actually the second most common cancer diagnosis in the United States, and it contributes to 30% of new cancer diagnoses, according to the VA's data. So the study that they're currently doing, it is called Predicting Metastatic Progression of High-Risk Localized Prostate Cancer, and the study specifically plans to essentially just thoroughly scrutinize data from over 5,000 veterans who have been diagnosed with high-risk prostate cancer, and that they've already started treatment. So I think what's interesting is this research is actually they're going to expand it to 14 different VA sites in its later stages, which is really awesome. They have a very large reach. They have a lot of data that they're going to be able to use, and powering the algorithm with high-resolution scans of prostate biopsies, diagnostic imaging, and social determinants of health, or SDOH. So the study essentially is going to try and identify patterns in aggressive prostate cancer, and the VA's existing resources include, they have databases of all of this sort of medical data. They have a lot of computing infrastructure and cloud storage, and that is, I think, is actually going to be really instrumental in supporting kind of the data analysis of this and making this study very successful. So Matthew Rettig, who is a chief of oncology and hematology at the Greater Los Angeles VA Medical Center, he's also a co-principal investigator for the study, but he stressed the importance of this digital data repository. This is what he said in a quote. He said, "The infrastructure developed by this research will serve as a valuable hub for future discovery and serve as a roadmap to develop similar AI algorithms for other cancers such as lung cancer and even non-cancerous diseases that commonly affect our veterans." So that's what I'm so excited about is, this kind of hub of data that they're creating and these algorithms that they're developing won't just be used for this, this type of cancer, but for other cancers, and it's for future research that will be done, which I think is really, really awesome. According to the VA's press release that they recently did on this, the research is also going to leverage programs and partnerships such as the Million Veteran Program and the Prostate Cancer Foundation VA partnership. And the study really aligns with the VA's, precision oncology program for cancer of the prostate, which is a program focused on utilizing genetic information to customize treatments for veterans with advanced prostate cancer, which I think is a really interesting area to look into with healthcare, right? It's like all bodies are not the same, and all healthcare can't always be the same. So being able to, treat people with hyper customized treatments for genetics and all sorts of other things, I think can be a really powerful tool that I actually think AI is going to help unlock in healthcare, being able to use AI to determine patterns of, what types of person with, different genetic traits respond to different drugs and medicines differently, I think is going to be really, really interesting. So Carolyn Clancy, she is the Veterans Health Administration's assistant, or the VHA, under Secretary for Health for Discovery. She said that the unique opportunity presented by the VA's resources is really impressive. This is what she specifically said. She said, only in the VA can a researcher combine extensive electronic medical records, high-performance computing, and precision oncology care to create an innovation like this AI program. She also pointed out that this is going to be the first time that socioeconomic conditions have been included in a predictive model for high-risk prostate cancer, which is interesting, and depending on the outcomes of that, it might be something that is implemented into other studies. So I think this is absolutely exciting. This isn't the first time the VA has tried to address prostate cancer. Obviously, this is a big issue, and a lot of people have tried to tackle this from a lot of different ways. But a lot of previous collaborations have focused essentially on, aiming to enhance prostate cancer care by leveraging genomic data. And I think that what's really interesting here is just the fact that this is really one of the first studies, though, because, previous ones have done the genomic data and also environmental and lifestyle factors for precision medicine-based treatments. But this is going to be one of the first times that we're really integrating AI and building out a model and running it to help us in this, quest to help with prostate cancer. So I think this is very exciting. This is an incredible use case for AI. This is one that I am all on board with. I love it when AI is used in healthcare. We've seen it used in a number of very incredible ways to discover drugs. AI has been used to help discover a number of drugs for a lot of different for a lot of different ailments, and kind of discover the compounds and chemicals that can be used for the treatments. So I think that's a really incredible use case, and I think that, developing these AI models for cancer is going to be even more exciting. So I cannot wait to see where AI takes healthcare in the future and how this overall helps the global population. If you are looking for an innovative and creative community of people using ChatGPT, you need to join our ChatGPT creators community. I'll drop a link in the description to this podcast. We'd love to see you there, where we share tips and tricks of what is working in ChatGPT. It's a lot easier than a podcast, as you can see screenshots, you can share and comment on things that are currently working. So if this sounds interesting to you, check out the link in the comment. We'd love to have you in the community. Thank you for tuning in to the AI Applied podcast. Make sure to rate this wherever you listen to your podcasts, and have a fantastic rest of your day.